boots and fur hats.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun.
I'd say Churchill has changed my mind about winter.
Oh, for sure,
big
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But
going out on snowmobiles too, and getting out on the land in a different way than what you can do during the summer.
yeah, everything's a little more accessible
Yeah.
once
It's a
all
lot
the
of
water
fun.
freezes up. But yeah, it's like a whole other world up here in the wintertime.
And it lasts a long time. Like, you can tell that, like, when you start to roll into October and you're getting snow, and then that's gonna last you until end of May, beginning of June,
Yeah.
before it's gone again. Like,
It's crazy.
yeah,
It's a long stretch.
it is a long stretch.
So yeah, it just seems like the summer just gets here and then it's already fleeting,
Yeah.
before you know it.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. There's always the option to stay up here, but I found I might be able to go. There's an aquaponics farm
Oh yeah.
near the border of Burma in northern Thailand,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about doing something like that.
Oh,
maybe.
cool.
I had aquaponics
interesting.
farm when a few years ago. I
Yeah.
built my own setup,
Yeah.
and I loved it. It was awesome. So it'd be cool to see something in large scale. And
Sure. What were you growing?
I had I think it was between 30 and 40 tilapia, and then
Okay.
I had it was like a jungle. I had a 4x4 grow bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I had two different. I had red Russian kale and green kale. I had some peppers, like chilies, little chilies,
Sure.
and I had this weird plant I got from the Hort Center called gotu-kola.
What was it called?
Gotu-kola,
Okay.
and it's some kind of. I think it's from India, and it's like a weird vine with these big, cool-looking kind of leaves on them, and
Sure.
they use it. It's supposed to aid in longevity, I guess. It's supposed to be really good for you, is what they believe.
Huh.
And then I had lots of herbs and stuff. I had dill and a couple different kinds of basil, and all.
Yeah.
It was thick, man. Lots of spinach. Yeah.
Cool.
But those things, they just flourish if you do it properly, and
Oh, yeah.
you get the cycle going, and it's really low maintenance, and
Yeah.
go in and feed the fish every day, and that's about all you had to do, and then reap the benefits. It was awesome.
Yeah. So what is this one in Burma focused on? Is it a lot of rice or?
I don't know all of what they got growing
No.
there. Yeah, it's like family friends, I guess, and they're looking for people to come and help. So
Sure.
I kind of know little about it.
That would
Just
be
right
really
when
cool.
I heard, though,
Yeah.
I like seclusion kind of, or experiencing things like going where people don't typically think to go, or
Yeah.
things
Oh,
that
for
they don't
sure.
think to
I
do.
hear you.
And so that one, you're going to be off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And then it'd be neat to travel. I was looking a little bit, traveling north and going into Burma would be pretty cool. I think tourism there they're a little more open to it now.
Yeah.
So
Not a lot of people that go there, I imagine.
no, but it would be neat to check it out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And then if I can sneak in a little bit of diving and stuff while
Yeah.
I'm in Thailand, it would be pretty sweet too.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty decent winter.
Yeah, if it all pans out, it'd be cool, but you never
Yeah.
know. I might be wrapping on that parka and
Yeah.
hanging out here for the winter again.
I feel like it's about time those terns started migrating.
Yeah, I was saying yesterday they've
Got a long
they've
ways to
thinned
go.
out. Yeah, yeah. Is it so? Maybe do they have some of the longest migration?
They do, yeah.
Where are they heading to?
Antarctica.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Because I thought I had heard something, and I figured they'd being the type of bird in the area they like. I was saying like maybe Tierra del Fuego, like that whole area, like
Yeah.
in southern Chile, and
Yeah, no, they go all the way down to Antarctica, which
holy
is crazy.
smokes, yeah,
Yeah.
almost the opposite side of the world.
Particularly considering that a lot of them will breed a lot further north than we are right now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's quite impressive.
Yeah, they got quite the journey ahead of them. I wonder how long that sort of trip takes for them. They could probably
tell
cover
you.
some ground quick, I'm guessing.
Sure, yeah. But I still assume, like, yeah, a couple of months. I don't know.
Yeah. was seeing a group like a ways ahead, but I'm not. Been trying to look and I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, the choppiness. Oh, we got a juvenile right behind us again.
Yeah.
Or a calf.
Yeah, it's getting all.
Getting choppy
There's
again.
no, yeah, it's not uniform or nothing at all. It's just all
No.
over the place. Let's see, it looks, you can see that line again, and it kind of calms down.
Yeah.
As we were saying the other day, the currents are so weird here. It's hard to.
Oh yeah. Have you been to Asia before?
No, that's
No.
the thing. I've done lots of Central and South America,
Yeah.
and then a little bit in Europe. So now I'm itching to, like, you know, it's fun. I love all the spots I've been, and I've been to
Oh,
a couple
sure.
more than once. But I need to get out and try something different.
Completely different too,
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's that or Africa is like real high on the list.
yeah.
I've got other ideas, but it'd be difficult and expensive, like
Yeah.
Socotra
Oh, okay.
near Yemen, and
Mhm.
the Maldives is on the list too. It'd be
Yeah.
wicked. I'd like to do like a liveaboard, you know, and just my sister did it a few years ago, and I'm not sure how long she was there, but you just tour around diving, and
Sure.
yeah, that'd be right up my alley.
I've only ever snorkeled.
Oh, really?
Never actually been diving before.
Oh, it's like it's like feels like two holidays in one. You know, you go to a cool destination, and then when you dive, you're stepping into like yet another.
Another destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had a friend. I don't know if he's in Norway or where it was. He's somewhere like that though, and he was diving in one of the trenches, I guess, where the
Okay.
like the spaces between, you know, the tectonic plates,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and it looked crazy. Like the visibility was forever.
Super clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That
that'd
must
be
be
all
cool, yeah.
dry suit diving.
Get into that cold water.
Yeah. I dove in Ushuaia. That was pretty chilly, and through like the kelp
Where's that?
forests, Argentina.
Okay.
Through the kelp forest there, and you get to see
Oh,
the big
wow.
snow crab and stuff.
Nice. Got a calf behind us here again.
Looks like a juvie by the cam.
Oh,
There's
this
some
one's
whales
got some
now.
impressive scarring on her back. Or his, her, couldn't say.
Yeah.
Comes up again, like on the dorsal ridge, like some pretty intense scarring.
We seen one yesterday that had it pretty. It was like two almost slashes.
Yeah, this was like a big like chunk had been taken
Oh.
off. Yeah.
There, I'm starting to see those whales surfacing again out front.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I've been actually itching even to get back over to Europe too. And one of the outfitters that we were with this year is from Sweden.
Mhm.
And yeah, it sounds really, really nice over that way. And I got
Yeah.
a buddy who just moved to France about a year ago for work. So that's always an option too.
Yeah. Use the people you know when you travel.
Yeah. Maybe follow the belugas up north. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
or
see.
that.
Yeah. Migrate with them.
I imagine they're difficult to track in winter though, being in amongst the sea ice.
That's what they say is one of the, why they know so little about them in the
Yeah.
winter. Because even the tags they use,
Yeah.
generally they can't keep them on. They got a snapshot last year of, it looks like you could see the pin, like the part of the tag that clips on in the photo.
Okay.
The rest of the,
Oh, almost doing some spy hopping there.
oh really?
There,
Ooh,
see
yeah.
that scar?
Yeah, that's a gnarly one. Yeah, he's beaten up. Well, you see the tail on that one? He had a big chunk missing too, right above the tail. It's surprising when you see some of the injuries, like, and you can, like, a lot of them are all healed up, right? And I think these things they're tough animals. There's a question here about if injuries are caused more by us, like man, or than by predators. I think very few, like very few of any of the injuries here. If say a prop strike or something, it's apparently really evident that it's a prop strike because it's like numerous. You know, if you think how fast the prop would be spinning when it made contact with the whale, it would leave some severe damage. And almost all the boats in town, I know there's a few that don't have them, but a good majority of them all have the prop guards similar to what we have, so that takes away that possibility. So yeah, I'd say, I don't know, I can't really give a percentage, but
I would assume most
of them are
from natural causes, but they scrape along the sea ice a lot in winter too, and I imagine
they break through.
They endure some scarring from that as well, not just predatorial reasons.
Yeah, you think how tough their life must be, you know, once they, especially in the winter months when they're north.
Yeah.
Just because you always hear, right, the leads close in or things like that, you know, it starts to freeze over and they got to try to do anything they can, I guess, to get through. And I forgot to look it up, but I was reading something about the bowheads and how thick of the ice they can bust through.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
I imagine that's a pretty thick layer, because those are a big animal, but they also use their echolocation to navigate and find open leads and holes in the ice. So I think they're pretty good at hopping from like open area to open area.
It's one of the things I read as well for narwhals, with the large slabs of ice breaking off. They say there's a few where they're so big that sometimes the narwhals are under hunting because they'll spend a lot of time around the ice. It's like a little mini ecosystem, so it's kind of a good spot for hunting and finding food, but they'll get trapped underneath these large slabs of ice and they're unable to get to an edge quick enough before they end up drowning.
Wow.
And there's also been the stories where they just get frozen in. There's one small little area left,
one little hole,
they're all piled in, and it'd be extremely difficult, I'd imagine, living up there. Yeah, and then stuff like a lot of the boats that are on the river and out in the bay here, they're not moving around too quick. We average, if I look at the GPS, it's like some around 4 kilometers per hour within 4 or 5 within the 5-hour period we're here.
Right.
So the whales are very like aware and of their surroundings. You'll even notice if people are, say, transporting guests to the other side of the river to the fort, you can watch the whales. They'll get out of the way. They dive down long before that boat's close to them.
Yeah. This one had some pretty
big scrapes.
Pretty big scrape scars too.
Whoa. Coming in hot, holy. Big group of adults there just came roaring in. Ooh, did you hear that noise? That was weird, that was loud.
Back
further
behind us there.
Might have been the one that we were kind of looking at before.
Much on the opposite side of the river there?
I haven't at all, no. Same thing, doing the Sloop Cove hike is sort of a one I've really wanted to do, but they're out, when we're out, so it's difficult to. But I have seen this summer, I didn't notice last year, but there's people all right up to to Cockles Point.
Okay.
I always thought the hike just went to Sloop Cove and then back to the fort, but no, I've seen a few groups over there, unless there's just people taking their own boat or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been over there myself.
No. Yeah, I think it'd be cool to check it out. Seeing, like we talked yesterday on the boat about the names carved into the stone over there,
right.
And a little of the history of Sloop Cove. Yeah,
Samuel Hearn's name there.
Yeah. Even to go past there, it'd be cool. Like going into Button Bay, or we flew over last year.
Oh yeah.
Go to North Knife, and it's cool, the landscape all through there, and it's not long before you're in like the kind of the tundra, and the colors and everything are amazing. Yeah. It looks fake. It looks, when you're looking out the window, it looks like a weird painting, like the landscape. It's
yeah, it was fun this winter. We were on snowmobiles down to Broad River.
Yeah.
which is a 6-hour snowmobile one way.
Yeah.
And when you were kind of out in the middle of the park there like that, and you just stop and do like a 360-degree just look around, it's just flat and nothing.
Yeah.
Pure white.
Just snow blown. Like.
And the one stop we made in amongst all of that nothingness was right, our trail went right by a fox den.
Oh.
And there's an Arctic fox just like in the middle of that nothingness by his den.
That's
and it's
cool.
like, how do you survive out
Yeah,
there?
what the heck are you eating? What are you, yeah.
It's so impressive.
Yeah, I said that lots about those things because you see them and you feel bad for them, right?
Yeah.
These dainty little Arctic fox.
They're so resilient.
Yeah. Did you guys camp then? Did you set up a tent or
No,
anything?
we went
That's a
there and
long
back.
day.
That was a 12-hour snowmobiling
Yeah.
day.
I was looking at a video the other day. I tried to put my GoPro on the front of the Skidoo, especially when there's all the caribou the one year.
Yeah.
But the GoPro just doesn't cut it. You know, you could be 10 feet from a group of caribou and they might as well be half a kilometer away.
No.
Yeah, it's sort of tough, but I did, it was the middle of the night and I was trying to get back to one of the cabins and it's just black and you get all that hoar frost all over the trees. It was really weird and it's a nice area, lots of snow, and I had the camera on and just the headlights and you just see
juveniles behind us here.
just cruising through the trails trying to get back to the cabin. It was kind of a flashback.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw, our estimation was 600 caribou.
Wow.
When we went down to Broad River. A couple of snowy owls, those foxes. It was just,
Awesome.
so fun to get out on the land like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see that many caribou, it's like a National Geographic moment, something you expect to see.
Pretty much, yeah.
We've seen a few herds and you come up over a ridge and it just looks like the ground's moving.
Yeah.
When they're all tightly huddled together and then...
Yeah, the ones we saw there stretched over about 10 kilometers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like groups of 50.
Yeah.
Kind of just all along the landscape over quite a big area. So they weren't all huddled in together kind of in one big group, but...
I had someone telling me they were out and it was a real bad storm kick up when they were trying to get back to town. So when you're in the trees and stuff, you get these like low spots, little ponds and things.
Yeah.
And so they found one in amongst the trees and snow is like a blizzard, so the visibility was really poor too, but once they got in there you can kind of get a little further visibility, and they parked the machines and hunkered down and they looked over and there's a huge herd of caribou right next to them.
Oh, wow.
Just sharing the pond, and they were also trying to find shelter so they could care less that these guys pulled up on their skidoos.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to give up their spot.
No.
They're funny when you see them trotting and they put their noses up. They look like those show horses that, pick up their hooves and...
Remind me a lot of the elk when they do that. The elk too will stretch their nose right up in the sky.
Yeah, it's funny. Or every once in a while they kind of rear up when they get going. They seem like playful animals too, because they kind of do a little...
Got some nice
hop, skip, and a jump.
Nice calf coming up behind us.
Yeah, that's definitely muckier water there.
Oh yeah.
We're sort of riding right on the edge. He's still coming. See some of your pictures when you go through them. I might have to get one of those polarizing.
Yeah. If you look through it and then just turn that outer ring, and you'll see the
How do you get the display? Oh,
Yeah,
first.
just look through it.
Oh, cool.
So you'll see how it goes from full glare to
Yeah,
cutting right through it.
that's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
Because the hardest part about getting the picture, getting the full whale and not just the hump.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still really hard to get pictures of. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, you basically.
Been very successful with it.
Yeah, it'd almost be fun to have somebody else like out for a few days driving the boat, and I'd just be happy to sit right in the front and
Yeah.
snap
Fill
a-
this role.
Yeah. I'm bad. I was talking to a photographer, and just, you know, because I'm bad myself, I'll try to take